Played it well on Guthrie. Centering kick looks good off the boot. Brilliantly played, though, by Mackie. He's had a good night. A really good night. Back he goes. Switches it out wide. Not a good handball. Hill getting a bit lively very late. Mackie belting away only to Darling. Wojcicki whipped off it. Quick kick forward by Lynch, who's been very good tonight. Lonigan tapping. Well, you knew it was going to be paid because they've been consistent all night.
Consistent from the very start of the game. Yep.
He just had to do something different.
Well, so the way I observe it, you've got to try and keep it in.
Yep. Yeah.
But that's not incidentally going. You've got to try and keep it in, otherwise you've got a fair chance of being pinned.
That's a tough call.
Now, what would Pythagoras do with this, Dennis? I mean, Pythagoras' theory says that Pritters can't kick a goal from here the way he kicks the ball.
Do you know what Pythagoras would do?
Do that. Well, there you go. Good player, Pythagoras, and so's Pritters. The two P's.
Well, he worked it out. That was a beautiful kick.
He's kicked a couple tonight.
Yeah. Started slowly, but as he always does, he keeps churning. He's up to 24 possessions now. He's an elite player. He does a great job for them. And
collectively, they've worn Geelong down in that midfield battle. No Kelly tonight. Massive. No Corey, obviously. No Chapman. They've worn them down in the mid, haven't they?
Yeah. And they've gambled inside the centre square, too. We'll talk about that in just a moment, I think.
It's a beautiful kick. Yeah. Just took a couple of steps inside, not even a couple of steps, just gave himself the best opportunity for a drop punt for a left footer, but that's elite. Outstanding goal.
Well, Natanui has to wait. That's the best chance for Stevenson, but Natanui thumps it anyway. Down towards half forward. Held a long time with Shuey. He's got the football now, though. Gives it across towards Gaff, and Gaff pops it inside the 50. McGinnity let it bounce off his chest. Opportunity for Hill. Goes back to Selwood. Shuey. Now taken by Kerr, spirals it down towards the pocket, and it runs out of bounds. But you would think at this stage that the Cats are a spent force, and really the ruck dominance by the West Coast Eagles, particularly in this term when on occasions Geelong have gambled that their ruckman could get first hand of the ball. That's been a forlorn hope. Well done by Shuey. Out to Embley. High ball across the face of goal. Back goes Scarlett. Scarlett under pressure. Taken down. Didn't have it. We'll get a free kick.
One of the unsung heroes probably is Patrick McGinnity. He's team to have taken the Johnson matchup as the game's gone on, and just fantastic in the first half, Johnson, but just couldn't keep it going in the second half.
So Scarlett kicks to a contest. Very great mark.
That's plucking, isn't it? He just jumped and plucked them out of mid-air.
Winds himself up, kicks the ball back to the pocket, and it's a free kick to Mackie against Hams, I think.
Block was the call.
It's played well, Mackie. And that's a dangerous kick. He'd like to have one kick back again, Mackie, wouldn't he? That one when he took the mark 50 metres out. Geelong, can they roll one more dice?
Selwood sends it wide. That's a beautiful kick under pressure. Hodsie Adley is marked. Short of half forward. Simkonoff is short. He ignores that. Goes long down towards Harry Taylor. Taylor battles down there, and it's against him. The kick will be taken by Glass. So in the last ditch attempt to pull this one out of the fire, Taylor's gone forward, it seems.
That shows you the strengths of Glass. And when we were talking pre-game about who should play on Hawkins, that's exactly why Glass is the perfect matchup for him.
Natanui, almost another one. He's had 17 possessions. Stevenson kicks into the oncoming Kerr. He gets it back from Embley, bounces it along the boundary line at the interchange gates, and the umpire says deliberate. Well,
he didn't keep it in.
You've summed it up brilliantly.
I think we should put a rule around it.
Now, the rule is deliberate out of bounds. Yep. That's the rule.
Yep.
But it's been interpreted as if you don't try and keep it in,
keep it in,
you're going to get pinned.
But, Lee, do you think it's different tonight from anything you've seen this year?
A little bit harsher tonight than I've seen this year, but that tends to have been the interpretation most of the year, would have thought.
Well done, Taylor Hunt. Christensen over the top. Sheringham's had a quiet night. Walker's had a quiet night. They haven't played many games, those two youngsters together. In fact, they've played the last 5, all against quality opposition. And Geelong have done a great job, I reckon, over the last month. And even tonight, with a depleted team, they've hung tough. but the Eagles look like getting 4 very, very, very valuable points. And that one is out. And a boundary throw-in.
Look at the crowd. Bated breath every time the ball goes across the line.
Just the stats, Lee. Before tonight, they've been paying less than one free kick for that every match.
Okay, it's been that. Yeah, well, it has been severe tonight. Then on that case, yeah, if it's that on those numbers.
Boundary umpire will do it again. Not his best work, says the central umpire. Boundary umpire's knackered. He's had enough. Just under 5 minutes to go. Cox in front again, virtually put it down the throat of Selwood. As it turns out, the other Selwood gets it. Confusing, I know. Bartel drives inside the forward 50. Taylor again goes back on glass. Ball bounces towards the goal line, and that's a good result. The West Coast Eagles. Podsiadly remonstrates, realising that ball wasn't put to a dangerous situation. Needs to be about 15, 20 metres out so they can make something off the pack if they can't mark it. Shannon Hearn. Time the enemy of the Cats now. Forlorn hope of winning from here. 17 points the margin. Cox almost the mark. Splendid game. Bartel got right in his face, right in his grill, and knocked it out of bounds. Will have a throw in.
Who's got his nose in front? Cox or Nat Nui for all Australian, do you reckon, right now?
Play them both.
Johnson, well done, sweeping the ball forward. Another clearance for him. Off the ground by Stokes, getting the ball forward. Podsiadly's been pretty good. That ball just eluded Stokes. Hams, Stokes getting down low. Hams again, tapped it back cleverly. Gaff, high ball, and sitting underneath Duncan should take it, and he does. So one last chance, you reckon, for Geelong. They need 3 goals. They need to create quickly. And Duncan, that's one he'd love to take back.
It's the late in the game. Better get it forward quickly. Kick that one. Bartel was actually on his own in the centre square, but got to swivel ahead and have a look inside before you drive it in long, just to make sure there's no one clear inside.
Asking so much of Walker. Cox slaps it down in front. Walker did well. Chased the ball, was pushed in the back. He'll get a free kick. So Walker, not much time here, but he can't rush. That's the conundrum. Needs to just settle himself, kick it, and who knows.
I say you should put the ball on the ground and roll it back until you're ready to kick, because when the ball's on the ground, time on is in play.
Well, I was watching a game the other day where that didn't seem to work. Yeah. There's Walker. Maybe the umpire forgot. That's a lovely kick. Well, there's still a pulse. Walker puts it through. Clock stops. 102.91.
We do this to you every time, Lee. What's your theory? And right now, there's plenty of time, isn't there?
Plenty of time, yeah.
Well, every centre clearance now is just vital, isn't it?
Well, the other theory is also first team to 100 points wins, and that makes it pretty difficult for the Cats. But there is time, no doubt about it.
And I think what it does too, it makes the team in front get a bit nervous now.
I think particularly when you're playing Geelong, because you just know that they have won a few games from this situation in recent years.
So Selwood marshalling the troops here. Geelong with time. Centre clearance important. West Coast may get a little nervy here. And the Cats, well, we know they've got 9 lives. Well done by Nat Nui. But Geelong quickly on to Selwood. And it's holding the... No, not holding the ball. The umpire's whistle actually came to his mouth. And again, it'll be a ball up.
So the ball was not clear. If the ball hadn't been knocked clear, clearly the umpire was going to ping the guy on the bottom of the pack. I'll tell you who it was, but it was about 4 bodies. I don't know who was on the bottom of the pack.
So Geelong, can they conjure something here? Selwood working hard. Off the ground, Shuey's been important. Lynch front spot. Still with Leach. Little gift to Nat Nui. Well, this will bring the house down. He's 48 metres out. It's careful. It's long. It's a goal.
Oh, it's a push.
It's a free kick. It's a free kick. Gee.
I'm not sure the push was necessary. I think it was going through anyway. Short run to the pocket. Sheringham. It's a big call in the goal square. Sheringham kicks towards the outer side. Podsiadly on a searching lead. Getting back behind that too is McGinnity. Tackled by Podsiadly. Was it high? It was. So McGinnity will get the free kick.
Not sure it's in the back anyway.
No, it was a push, but it wasn't in the back, was it?
but he's never going to get that ball anyway, is he? It was well over the line. In fact, the push got him closer to it. McGinnity goes inside the forward 50 then. From behind Stevenson. Shuey in front. Controlled it to his own advantage. Brilliantly done. Hand pass to Gaff. Kick was smothered. After it goes Mackey. Can't control it. Just hand passes along the line in the opposite direction. McGinnity loves it hard. Hand passes towards Cox. Runs away from the big fellow. We'll have a boundary throw in. What a game they've played. He and Natanui tonight. Coming in, it was an awesome task for Geelong's big man. Stevenson has tried hard. But look at that. The two of them terrorising him. Christensen.
Quick kick forward. Not sure if it's a half volley. Podgiadli, quick kick on. Bartell's in a good spot. So Geelong with some time still. Straightening up Simkin. Can they take the mark? Doesn't quite. Ball in dispute. Glass leading the troops. It's the captain doing in the front. Kicks the ball down the line towards McKenzie. Wants the boundary line and he gets it. Well, the umpire's going to
Every time.
Now, did you say there was one a game average up until tonight? Well, it's about two a game now.
That's
after
right.
Tonight.
The average has gone through the roof.
World records in high tackles and deliberate out of bounds on the ball.
Stevie J short.
Okay, too. Sheringham's got it. 75 metres out from goal. Minute and a half out. Sends it long down towards the pocket. Not the spot for it, really, although that's not a bad result. It bounces out of bounds. And the crowd thinking perhaps that was deliberate. But in some respects, it was. That's where they want it.
It's a back half game now. Everybody's in the back 50 metres.
Worsfold can't understand it. He'll be on the phone, I reckon, on Monday. Close to the boundary line after the fist.
Well, when
the Eagles gains about 15 metres.
Sorry, Dan, when you get a Bronx cheer like that, you know it's had an impact on the game. Not necessarily on the score, but it's quite clearly been abnormal, the amount we've had tonight.
So another contested boundary throw in. Sheringham went in hard. Bartell's handball taken by Christensen, winds it up, and that one is bouncing on a boundary throw in. So every time that ball goes out, you're going to hear that roar. Well, Geelong, one stoppage away from maybe a goal and still a chance. Can they get a clear bit of footy? Where's Stevie J where you really need him? Here he is, down low, he gets a free kick.
Well called.
Whenever there's a situation like that, you look for Bartel or Johnson or Selwood. One of them seems to impose themselves on the game in these
Willie goes straight.
And this is the kick he doesn't like, Lee. He hates these. So if he kicks this, Geelong is still a chance. It's not going to be a goal. He's missed it.
Didn't make the distance, actually. It was a tired kick, that one. A really fatigued kick. I mean, he's only had to kick the ball 35 metres and didn't make the distance.
With justification, you'd have to say. Cox in front. That's the spot for it. Back to the boundary. Out of bounds it goes. A few of the Geelong players plead their case. Nothing doing.
I reckon they've got a good case because that was absolutely deliberate. If you played all the others all night, why not that one?
You're quite right. Cox in front could have almost got a kick there. Jane out of his hands, and it's going to be clean possession at the throw-in. And as a result, it will go to Geelong with 13 seconds remaining. Taking the kick and kicking a goal is Johnson. Johnson's put it through. This is one of those games where you can't look away for a moment. We're down to 8 seconds, and Bruce, this was ample time to win it last week. It's 102 to 97.
I think you'll find that every Eagles player that's not in the centre square will be in that back half of the field. The runner will be out there making sure they know there's only the 8 seconds to go, or 6 seconds to go, is it?
Well, there's the free kick. I mean, took possession of the ball. No doubt about that.
Can Tom Hawkins come back on now? Just for the last 8 seconds?
I don't think so, but you could put your house on the fact that Johnson, Bartel and Selwood being here with Stevenson. They've taken every centre clear so far.
Have a look at this flood. Have a look at how many players are in Geelong's forward line.
What a finish. And everybody at this stadium, the barracks for the West Coast Eagles after last week, and many such like performances, not taking it for granted, but Natanui wins a very important ball. He'll buy them time. Wait for the siren. He's lost the footy, but they've won the game. Remarkable again. Last week we were singing their praises. Tonight they're on their knees. Well done by the West Coast Eagles. Geelong so gallant.